Hello, hello, all. So let's see what kind of situations we got going on over here. Ooh, there we go. Mandisa ended from complications of class 3 obesity. There's classes? Ah, damn. I thought you just crossed the line and it's over for you. I mean, what's the difference between 300 and 400 pounds? Here's what that means. Tell me, who the hell? Who's this chick? Mandisa. Grammy Award winning singer and American Idol alum Mandisa. Never seen this person before in my life. Uh, Met her end of complications from class 3 obesity, according to an autopsy report obtained by People. Wow. The 47-year-old was found by friends in her Franklin, Tennessee home on April 18th, and her manner of end was listed as natural. It's natural to it's natural to pass away from obesity. That's a crazy statement, but it's true. It's the world we live in now. What does it mean? Typical obesity isn't listed as the cause on her certificate. Dr. Catherine Sanders, clinical assistant professor of medicine at Weill Cornell Medicine and co-founder of IntelliHealth, tells Yahoo Life. However, weight-related health complications from the chronic disease are associated with very significant morbidity and mortality. That morbidity, the World Health Organization, who, if you're a doctor that works for the World Health Organization, Doctor Who, reports that higher than optimal body mass index caused an estimated 5 million uh, ends from non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, cancers, neurological disorders, chronic respiratory diseases, and digestive disorders. Golly, 5 million, 2019. Sanders says that life-threatening complications from obesity can also include heart attack, heart failure, certain cardiac end. It's more hearts. It's just the hearts can't keep up with large bodies, man. Even goddamn bodybuilders have the same issues. Stroke and pulmonary embolism. And while Medusa's specific health status at the time of her end is unclear, the information on the autopsy lets examiners know that they were likely related to her weight. Damn, I can only imagine how many people bigged her up for her weight. How many people gave her the Lizzo treatment, and then it just, God damn it. What is class 3 obesity? Obesity is a disease broken into the following three classes, according to Cleveland Clinic. Cleveland is pioneers of of body shaming these hoes, man. Class 1 obesity, BMI of 30 to 34 kg. All right. Class 2. What? Why is it in the goddamn metric system? Class 2 obesity, 35 to 39 kg. And class 3 is that 40 and up. 40 and up, man. We ain't even going to give you class 4 and 5 because those are the goddamn graveyard shift. In general, class 3 obesity is associated with greater risk of morbidity and mortality compared to class 1 and 2, obviously, because it's maxed out. It's top of the charts. What'd you think? Says Saunders. However, an individual's risk of developing cardio metabolic diseases like hypertension. Whoa, I didn't know hypertension was related to your cardio metabolic system. Stroke and diabetes is usually determined with additional factors, as BMI is considered a flawed tool for indicating health on its own. Obviously, because BMI is meant to measure your body mass index, not your health. Jesus Christ, man. Like any form of obesity, the disease is caused by an imbalance of energy stored and used by the body. Yeah, that's what being fat is. Your body is storing more energy than it uses. Genetics, hormone imbalance, and environment and socioeconomic factors all play a role. Behavior played the biggest role. What are you talking about, man? A hormonal imbalance is not going to save somebody from starving to death, and you're not going to leave a fat corpse behind. What are you talking about? Genetics, hormones, and environment and socioeconomic factors uh, play a role insofar as uh, I don't know. It plays a role insofar as your options as to what your options and your advantages. You are at a disadvantage because of those things, but you're not ultimately losing because of those things. You're losing because you're eating too much or you're consuming too much calories. Not even vitamins. Like it's not even the vitamins that you're eating too much of. It's just the calories, the stuff that you don't need. Um, let's see. On one study shows that class 3 obesity disproportionately impacts Black women above the age of 40. Yes, it does because Black women think it is a status symbol. They think that is how their bodies naturally should be shaped, and they glamorize it. And that is not what's happening. It's the same as the mentality of a person that gets a BBL to have a bigger butt, and or they get like huge boob jobs, and they end up or they get facial surgeries and they end up looking like a freaking a science project gone wrong, uh, and they don't look human anymore. It is the same sort of uh, delusional dysphoria that Black women have, where they have been complimented and the big butts and the thickness have been glamorized for so long that they don't realize when they're going too far with it. They don't realize it because in their minds, as long as I have this thing, it is a good thing. So I can look past it. Like as long as I can run really fast, I can look. No one is going to notice the fact that I might not have a lot of money or I might not be funny. You know what I mean? Like it's that mental gymnastics that people do in their heads in order to protect their self-esteem, where they over focus on one thing. Like you ever met somebody that they used to be fat, and then they start working out a lot and it became their whole identity. They're not funny, they're not interesting to talk to. They're just like they have this thing and they walk around with either no shirt or barely anything revealing because they're showing off their body because it is a crutch for them. As long as they look good, they no longer feel inferior by the fact that they don't know what to say in a conversation or they get nervous talking to people. It is so it allows them to look past their flaws because they can now justify it by having this thing as a positive. And for a lot of Black women, it became a cultural thing that Black women are thick and they have the perfect shape and they have the big asses and all that stuff. And it became an obvious coping mechanism, a cultural coping mechanism that they can look to and say that I have this, therefore it's not a problem. And the real issue is that in their bodies aren't naturally built like that. Most of them aren't. It's the same for any race. Most women aren't built to have a round butt and you know what I mean, and the big tits and all that stuff. Most women aren't built like that, and in chasing that image, they develop a habit of just overeating. And now they're all fat. Well, most of them are fat. And disproportionately fatter than women of other races. And it's sad. All right. However, there are ways to manage and treat through lifestyle changes, behavioral and psychological therapy, medications, and surgery. What does this matter? While there is increasing recognition of obesity as a complex, heterogeneous chronic disease, many people don't realize how serious obesity is. I realize it is. Obesity is treatable, but it is massively underrated. Obesity is treatable. You can treat the medical issue in obesity is the person. The dysfunction is the person. It's not your immune system. It's none of that. Everything is working properly. Your body is storing excess energy as it's supposed to. The thing you have to treat with obesity is the person, because they're the ones that are malfunctioning. She attributes that to various barriers of care, like weight bias. It's not weight bias. It is actually the opposite. It's weight glamorization. That is the problem, which even impacts insurance coverage of comprehensive obesity care. Yes, it's not a bias, all right? If increased weight is going to put you in danger of having more medical issues, then your insurance is going to be higher. It's just the way it is, man. Mandisa's passing is a tragedy. Milton, I don't know who the hell that is. CEO of Alliance for Women's Health and Prevention. Unfortunately, there's still a stigma around obesity. There isn't, though. The stigma was removed in favor of goddamn body positivity. And this heartbreaking event underscores the importance of recognizing obesity as a serious chronic disease it is, meaning there's no place for shame. There's no place for shame, buddy. How are you going to dissuade people from doing this action? If it's not shameful, if it's not shameful, how are you going to dissuade people from taking this action? Like, you couldn't even say having cancer isn't shameful. But I guarantee you, if someone made fun of someone for having cancer, it's definitely going to be a problem. It's going to be shameful for them to do that, because it's going to hurt that person's feelings, because it's something they would be ashamed of. Shame isn't necessarily something that you have to do to someone, but it should be recognized that a certain condition is not a place that you would want to be in. Hence, it is shameful. It is not supposed to be glamorized, because then you're encouraging people to do something that they would normally not want to do, because it's not something that is a positive. But by putting a positive spin on it, it is then encouraged. I'm just saying there is a place for shame, especially when it comes to personal behavior. Like, you don't have to shame other things that are, shameful, like having cancer, or, having one leg. You don't have to shame that. That is not a situation that anyone would choose. It is not a behavioral problem to have one leg, but it is a behavioral problem to be fat as fuck because you eat too much. So you should be shamed, because you're trying to stop the behavior of the individual. You're trying to fix the individual's behavior. So shame is excellent to achieve exactly that. Shame is not good for a lot of things, but it's good for that very specific thing, as is dissuading behavior. So shame is good. Till next time.